Hej, siemano wam wszystkim ludzie, z tej strony Arturo, witam was na swoim kanale i kontynuujemy Lost Horizon 2. Moi drodzy, znajdujemy się w Jersey, a dokładnie w pubie. I tym razem wcielamy się w dziewczynkę. Pogadajmy zatem z barmanem.
Hello again.
How's the search going? Found your professor yet?
Zapytaj o Langtrego.
I don't suppose you've had any thoughts about where I could find this Professor Langtree?
Afraid not. I'm still fairly new round here myself, so try asking the locals round the harbour. They might be able to help.
Zapytaj o zdjęcia na ścianie.
That's a pretty impressive autograph collection you have there.
It's my uncle's, God rest him. He'd take a photo of every famous punter who ever came in here. He made me promise on his deathbed that I'd protect the autographs like they were the crown jewels.
Zakończ rozmowę.
I'll get back to my manhunt then.
Best of luck.
Jestem ciekaw, ile te wszystkie zdjęcia są warte, skoro mają autografy.
Photos of the pub's most famous visitors, though I don't recognize most of them. Less of a who's who and more of a who's that.
No dobra. Widzę, że więcej elementów interaktywnych w tym miejscu nie ma. Możemy wyjść na zewnątrz. I moi drodzy, przepraszam, że wczoraj na kanale nie było odcinka, ale nie nagrywałem, ponieważ czułem się jakoś taki dziwnie zmęczony.
So, who should I ask first about Professor Langtree?
Mamy rybaka, chodźmy z nim pogadać.
Excuse me?
Ahoy there!
O, to brzmiało bardziej jak pirat, a nie rybak. Zapytaj o Langtrego.
I'm looking for Professor Langtree. He's supposed to live somewhere around here.
A professor, eh? Don't know much about that. There's a doctor up at the surgery, Doc Higgins. Will he do?
That's not really who I'm after, but thanks anyway.
Hang on a minute. Langtree, you say?
Yes?
Ah, then I know the fella. The one who looks like that actor.
I don't really know what he looks like.
You know the one. He was in the paper. This Langtree fella, when they were doing the filming of that picture. Someone wrote to the paper, joking that this Langtree was a dead ringer for the leading man.
Is that right?
Zapytaj o Langtrego.
So the professor looks like the lead actor from the film.
Aye. At least that's what they said in the paper.
So the professor looks like...
Aye.
Jestem ciekaw, dlaczego ta opcja dialogowa tym razem nie znika. Zapytaj o gazetę.
You don't happen to have a copy, do you?
Of the paper? Nah. Months ago that was.
Never mind.
Zapytaj o kręcenie filmu.
Do you remember the name of the film they were shooting here? Or the name of the main actor?
Don't have much memory for those things, my lover.
Ale zobaczcie, cały czas ta opcja dialogowa tutaj jest, a mimo wszystko, kiedy na nią klikniemy, to dialogi brzmią tak samo.
So the professor looks like...
Aye.
I ta opcja w ogóle nie znika.
Okay, Captain. Bye for now.
Aye, aye.
Ciekawe.
Sadly, there's no time for paddling.
Dobra, gdzie byśmy mogli jeszcze pójść? Mamy miasto, ale zobaczcie, że to miasto z tyłu wygląda zupełnie inaczej jak to z przodu.
I hope Dad and Anna come back soon.
Jest sprzedawczyni.
Hi, lovely day, isn't it?
A proper sculpture. What can I get you?
Zapytaj Langtrego.
Does the name Langtree mean anything to you?
Langtree? No, not really.
Zapytaj o kręcenie filmu.
Did you see any of the filming when they were here?
Filming? Here? When was that? No, I must have missed it.
Got to go.
Bye for now.
Ale tu też mimo wszystko nie znika ta opcja dialogowa.
He must be a very versatile artist. Landscapes, portraits, he can do the lot. Hi. Can I ask you a quick question?
I think I can take a break for a moment. How can I help?
Zapytaj o Langtrego.
Do you know a Professor Langtree?
Langtree. Never heard of him. Does he live around here?
I think so.
He must have crossed my path at some point, because I've painted just about every person and place on the island. But I'm more of an observer than a talker. I recognize so many faces, but I hardly know any of their names.
So you might recognize the professor if you saw him.
Quite possibly. If you had a photograph, I might be able to tell you where I've seen him.
Problem jest taki, że my chyba prawdopodobnie nie mamy tego zdjęcia. Zapytaj o kręcenie filmu.
Did you see the film crew when they were shooting here a while ago?
Film crew? No. Were they making a movie?
Namaluj mój portret.
Do you draw portraits as well?
Absolutely. A quick sketch can be a wonderful warm-up.
I'd love one of me.
Well, I'd be delighted to oblige. If you have 10 bob and can spare 20 minutes.
Of course.
20 minut później.
I hope you like it.
It's great. Thank you. It's a really good likeness.
Czyli jednak jakieś elementy w ekwipunku mamy.
See you later.
Bye.
Mamy torebkę, mamy portret i medalion.
A locket with a picture of my mother in it. I wear it everywhere. The strange lady's purse. How did it get into my pocket?
Dobra, jest jeszcze jakaś kobieta.
Excuse me. Hello?
Yes, child, what is it?
Zapytaj Langtrego.
I'm looking for Professor Langtree. Do you know where I might find him?
No, dear. Do you think I know everybody on the island?
Zapytaj o kręcenie filmu.
Do you know anything about the film they were making here a while ago?
Unfortunately, yes. It was based on a wonderful novel called Crime Scene Jersey by Agnes Beckford. Marvelous prose. And a terrible film by all accounts.
So, do you know who plays the lead in the film?
I don't know, nor do I care. These movie stars. No substance whatsoever.
Zapytaj o film kryminalny.
So the film they were making here was called Crime Scene Jersey.
That's what I said.
So the film they were making...
That's...
Ale zobaczcie, teraz mamy dwie opcje dialogowe, które nie znikają. Czyli to wygląda tak, jakbyśmy mogli na te tematy cały czas z nimi rozmawiać, a mimo wszystko dialogi się powtarzają.
Well, thanks for your time.
Goodbye.
I hope Dad and Anna...
No dobra. Widzę, że za dużo opcji tutaj nie mieliśmy.
Sadly, there's no time for paddling.
A my tak naprawdę w ekwipunku mamy nasz portret, torebkę i medalion. Wejdę z powrotem do pubu. Moglibyśmy tak na przykład podpisać nasz portret i gościu by mógł powiesić tutaj na ścianie, nie?
Hello again.
How's the search going? Found your professor yet?
No niestety nie znaleźliśmy. Zapytaj o film kryminalny.
Have you heard of the film Crime Scene Jersey?
Think so. Wasn't it running at the cinema recently?
That's the one. Can you remember who was playing the lead role?
Ah, now you're asking. No idea.
Zapytaj o kręcenie filmu.
Did you see them shooting that film here last year?
Before my time, love. I was still living on the mainland then.
Zakończ rozmowę.
I'll get back to my manhunt then.
Best of luck.
Czyli obstawiam, że muszę po prostu resztę osób wypytać o ten film i być może faktycznie ktoś będzie wiedział, kto grał główną rolę.
Ahoy, Captain!
You all right there, my lover?
Zapytaj o film kryminalny.
Did you go and see Crime Scene Jersey? That's the film they shot here.
Oh, no. If I'm not out at sea, I'm at home in bed. Not got much time for the pictures.
Okay, Captain. Bye for now.
Aye, aye.
Szkoda, że nikt nic nie wie na ten temat.
Hello.
Zapytaj o film kryminalny.
Have you ever heard of the film Crime Scene Jersey?
Have I? I've seen it 3 times.
So, I bet you know who played the lead role.
Are you kidding? Trevor Byrne! Oh, Trevor. So handsome. And brilliant too. He's amazing.
Sounds like he must be. Thanks for your help.
Czyli już wiemy, kto grał główną rolę. Zapytaj o Trevora.
So it's Trevor Byrne who's in Crime Scene Jersey, right?
Yep, that's the fella. You know, secretly, I've got such a crush on him.
Secretly? I never would have guessed. So it's
Yep, that's...
secretly. Got to get...
Bye for now.
No dobra, czyli już mamy jakiś trop. Możemy z powrotem cofnąć się do pubu.
Hello.
Zapytaj o film kryminalny.
It was called Crime Scene Jersey.
I'm not much of a film fan, I'm afraid.
Have you heard of Trevor Byrne?
No. Is he a friend of your professor?
No, he's a film actor. See you later.
Bye.
Dobra, obstawiam, że musimy cofnąć się do pubu, powiedzieć barmanowi, kto tak naprawdę grał w tym filmie, zobaczyć, czy na ścianie jest jego zdjęcie i wrócić się do artysty i on wtedy rozpozna tą osobę i będziemy wiedzieli, gdzie go mamy szukać. No przynajmniej taki jest plan na tą chwilę.
Hello again.
How's the search going? Found your professor yet?
Zapytaj o Trevora.
Do you know who Trevor Byrne is?
Do I? Ha! There's a picture of him on the wall over there. My uncle served him a pint.
Pożyczysz zdjęcie?
Would you mind if I borrowed that picture of Trevor Byrne for a few minutes?
Not a chance, love. These are collector's items.
I'd bring it straight back.
I made a promise to my uncle. These autographs never leave my sight.
Whatever happened to trust?
Pożycz zdjęcie.
Would you mind if I borrowed that?
Not a chance.
I'd bring it.
I made a promise to...
Whatever happened, I'll get.
Best of luck.
A nie chciałbyś na przykład mojego zdjęcia? Albo gdybyśmy mogli dokonać jakiegoś... Moglibyśmy zrobić tutaj szwindel, nie? I podmienić te dwa zdjęcia. Mam nadzieję, że barman się nie zorientuje.
A photo of Trevor Byrne. Now there's a bit of luck.
Oi, you're not trying to nick that.
Of course not. I just wanted a closer look.
Then move closer to the wall. And no touching.
No zobaczcie, moje zdjęcie, a to zdjęcie wygląda niemalże identycznie.
Now's my chance. I'll swap my portrait for the Trevor Byrne photo.
No, goście się nie zorientował. No i świetnie, o to chodziło. Miejmy nadzieję, że artysta rozpozna mężczyznę ze zdjęcia i powie nam, gdzie możemy go znaleźć.
Would you mind taking a look at this photo?
Is that your professor?
Not quite. He's an actor. But the professor is supposed to look very like him.
Now you mention it, he does look familiar. That must be the gentleman with the rowing boat. He comes here every afternoon to do his errands. Rows past and moors on the quay over there. He's not been here today yet. Hang around and I'm sure he'll be along in a minute.
Oh, thank you. That is a huge help. So, I'd better put Trevor Byrne's autograph back where it came from. And I still need to get my portrait. Now it's just a matter of waiting until Professor Langtree turns up. Oh, whoa. Head spin. Maybe the flight took it out of me.
A może to te narkotyki, które nam podali 30 minut później? W końcu przeprowadzali na mnie jakieś badania.
Professor Langtree?
Yes? To whom do I owe the pleasure?
My name is Anna Brunner. I'm Oskar Brunner's daughter. Do you remember him? He once sent you some photographs of an artifact, the casket of the Nine Worlds.
Of course I remember. Come aboard. We can row home and chat there undisturbed.
You sit back, Professor. I'll do the honors.
I heard about what happened to your father. I'm sorry. Did he manage to save the casket?
It was stolen, and now it has been destroyed. But I was able to save his research notes. They say he found an unidentified substance on the surface of the casket.
Or perhaps he did identify it, and that's why he stopped his research.
What were you researching? And why did you ask my father for those photos?
I'm a cryptographer, so I was interested in the runes on the casket. But the text was only half the story. There was something else, too.
A map?
Yes, quite astonishing. We scarcely have any cartographic material from that period, but the runes themselves were also unusual.
In what way?
I was able to translate them, but the results made no sense, as though the message was encrypted. The only word I could make out properly was Asgaror.
Asgard. A map showing the way to Asgard. I knew it.
Make yourselves at home. I'll fetch my notes from the study.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just feeling a bit dizzy. Don't worry.
You should eat something. When was the last time you had a proper meal? I'll see what I can dig up.
Kilka minut później.
Here you are. Hope you like it.
Wow, this is pretty good. All this time you said you were in the army. I didn't realize it was the catering corps.
Shut up and eat your soup.
Here, Dad. Happy birthday.
You remembered. It's beautiful.
This is the first time we've spent your birthday together. But now you can keep this with you wherever you are. For every birthday.
No. From now on, I'll be spending every birthday with the real Gwen. Thank you.
Trudno cały czas przy sobie nosić ramkę ze zdjęciem.
Here's everything I could find about the casket.
What's this?
At first, I thought it was a part of the decoration. But then I noticed that it must have fitted exactly into the circular hollow on the casket. It points towards certain runes, and probably serves to decode the text. Unfortunately, it's broken, and the other half is missing.
This half?
Now, where on earth did you get that?
It was inside the casket.
And it fits. With this, I should be able to decrypt all the runes. Just give me a couple of hours.
Take all the time you need. I think we could all do with the rest.
Dad,
I'm here.
when's Mum coming home?
You're shaking.
I'm cold.
Just stay there. I'll make you a hot cup of tea. It can't be all that difficult. What do I need first?
Będziemy sobie zaparzać herbatkę, no świetnie. Potrzebujemy filiżanki. Napełniony zaparzacz do herbaty.
I'm pretty sure that's not... It's been so long since I've had to be this domestic. How does this work again? Every Englishman is born knowing how to make a cup of tea. I've been overseas for a while, but it soon comes flooding back.
Z tego co wiem, to w Wielkiej Brytanii piją herbatę z mlekiem. Blech! Fuj!
Here you go.
Thanks. I was dreaming of Mum. She was right here.
I miss her too.
I just want things to be back like they used to be.
I can't promise you that. But when all this is over, I promise I'll be right here next to you whenever you need me. I swear.
I've done it. Once we had the key, it was really quite straightforward.
And?
It says the casket was made from the wood of the world tree, Yggdrasil. And the text describes how the roots of the tree lead to Asgard. It's all quite unprecedented. Hardly any Viking maps or references to Yggdrasil have survived, if they ever existed. My theory is that they were systematically wiped out by the Christian Church when they converted the Scandinavians from their old beliefs. Quite brutal, those Christians. But the map makes references to a building, a place that holds the key to Asgard's location. I can only guess where that building might be.
My best guess would be where the casket was kept until just before the war. A ruined abbey in Gotland.
Then let's go. Are you coming with us?
I wouldn't be so eager if I were you. This rune here has a rather ambiguous meaning.
So?
It is both a treasure and a threat. It can refer to the elixir of life, or, how shall I put this?
Bluntly.
Ragnarok.
The world in flames.
So I'll be staying here. If you go, take a fire blanket.
Rozdział 5. Wyspa Bogów.
When the professor said the place was ruined, I didn't realize he meant completely ruined.
I doubt we find anything useful in all this rubble.
You never know. On the way here, I took a closer look at the professor's notes. There were a few interesting details.
Looks like the professor came with us after all. Settle in for a lecture.
5 monks founded this abbey in the 13th century. During construction, they came across a Viking burial mound. Those monks lived to a very ripe old age. despite the unusually high death rate that afflicted the local farming community. When the monks finally died, the abbey was abandoned for centuries. It was only 20 years ago that some archaeologists turned up and discovered the casket.
I see where you're going with this.
I almost see, but what am I missing?
The archaeologists found the casket, but never found the burial mound.
Exactly. The monks must have taken the casket out of the grave, making it fairly easy for the archaeologists to find when they were scratching about in these ruins.
But the grave itself would be much deeper underground. The monks built their abbey here for a reason. They were sitting on top of the casket bearer's grave.
Just a minute. The casket bearer? Are you talking about Thor? You're saying Thor is buried here?
This is Gotland, the island of the gods. Where else would a Viking god be buried?
And Thor's grave will show us the way to Asgard. I'm certain of it. Gwen, help me check out these pillars.
Okay, you do that and I'll take a look around.
No dobra, tak jak powiedział, rozejrzyjmy się. W moim ekwipunku mamy tylko i wyłącznie zapalniczkę i nóż.
It's too dark to make anything out. There's nothing flammable in this bowl.
Okej.
It's too dark to make anything out.
Czyli filarów raczej nie obejrzę. Bez żadnego źródła światła. Obstawiam, że będziemy musieli zrobić jakąś prowizoryczną pochodnię.
They're examining the pillars for any pointers towards the grave's location.
Dobra, mamy przejście.
This seems to be the center of the abbey.
Okej, kamienny pierścień. O,
A book, obviously. A cross. Those are scales. A lion.
to wygląda tak, jakbym te kręgi mógł obracać. No właśnie, tylko w jaki sposób miałbym to ułożyć? Potrzebuję jakiejś wskazówki, podpowiedzi. Nisza grobowa.
No inscriptions of any kind. Could be anyone in that crypt. It's just a load of junk, but hang on. That whip might come in handy.
Mamy beach. To znaczy, że Indiana Jones już tutaj był.
No inscript.
Ale co w takim razie mu się stało, że zgubił swój beach?
That's nothing. Just undergrowth. There's no name on the crypt. Not even a date. It could be anyone in there.
A może byśmy sobie tak brzuskę ścieli i rozpalili ognisko?
Petrol stove, a brush and a trowel. Those I'll take. The rest isn't much use.
Mamy kuchenkę na benzynę, szczotkę ręczną i kielnię.
The valve's jammed. I can't fire it up.
O,
I can use the knife to pierce, cut, scratch, slit, chop, saw, and very carefully poke some holes in this petrol stove. The valve's jammed. I can't fire.
zawór się zaciął. No, w jaki sposób będziemy musieli to naprawić?
Just some undergrowth. There aren't any clues to who's buried here. No inscriptions, nothing. There's an old hat lying there.
Stary kapelusz w zaroślach. O,
No name, no year.
przyszedłem tutaj z pustymi rękoma, a zobaczcie, ile już mam rzeczy w ekwipunku. Tylko jeszcze w jakiś sposób będę musiał to wykorzystać.
No name, no year.
Zobaczmy, czy coś z czymś będę mógł połączyć. O, kapelusz i to idealnie by się nadawało. Nie? Do stroju Indiana Jonesa. Czyli faktycznie musiał być tutaj Indiana.
A bit rusty and wobbly, but otherwise intact. There's even some petrol in the tank. The valve's jammed. I can't fire it up.
Zawór się zaciął, nie mogę jej odpalić. No, w jakiś sposób te pierścienie też będziemy musieli tu ustawić. Tylko kompletnie nie mam pojęcia, w jakiej kolejności. Runy, tak? Może profesor będzie miał jakiś pomysł.
So, is that hell? Or the world in flames?
We'll need some light to see this properly. There's still some tar in the bowl at the bottom there.
Found something already?
Not much. Looks like the carvings on the pillars show the 5 founders of the abbey. How about you?
I'm still stumbling around in the dark.
Myślałem, że coś tutaj jest. Bo rozumiem, że na tych filarach niczego użyć nie będę mógł, nie? No nie.
Pretty. Really very pretty. But not much else.
Ale tutaj chyba nic już zrobić nie mogę. No wszędzie w tych niszach byłem. Udało mi się zebrać kilka elementów. Mamy kuchenkę benzynową. A może faktycznie tej kuchenki benzynowej powinienem użyć na filarach? O!
That should do it. Tyras the Penitent.
Co my tutaj mamy? Jakąś płaskorzeźbę.
Tyras the Penitent.
Tyras pokutnik.
Tyras...
Okej.
That should do it. Here's Alaric the Just. Here's Alaric the Just.
Alaric Sprawiedliwy.
That should do it. That's supposed to be Chadwick the Wise.
No dobra, ale póki co nic mi to nie mówi.
That should do it. According to the inscription, that's Gareth the Brave. Found something already?
The reliefs on the pillars show the 5 monks who founded the abbey.
And how does that help us find the grave?
I don't know yet. We'll keep looking for hidden signs. Have you found anything?
Not really.
No właśnie, znaki byłyby mi
Here,
potrzebne.
Dad. I've copied all the reliefs for you. Maybe that'll help.
Thanks.
No mam nadzieję, że będą tam jakieś symbole, jakieś znaki, żebyśmy wiedzieli, jak ustawić te okręgi.
The reliefs on the columns that Gwen and Anna drew.
Dobra, no mamy tutaj jakieś symbole. Gareth dzielny. Kompletnie nie mam pojęcia, co to może być. Ale zobaczcie, że oni się patrzą w różnych kierunkach, nie? Jakby są ustawieni. Tyras pokutnik. Alaric Sprawiedliwy. No dobra, mamy tutaj symbole. I teraz w jakiś sposób te symbole będziemy musieli przyporządkować do danej postaci. Mamy Alarika Sprawiedliwego. Mamy gard dzienny. Gard dzienny to może być lew. No tak mi się przynajmniej wydaje. Mamy Percival, ale on jest odwrócony tyłem. Tak mi się przynajmniej wydaje. No, Hadwig Mądry to może być książka. Tylko w którą stronę jest odwrócony? On tak jakby na... Czekajcie, on jest odwrócony do przodu i delikatnie na lewo, czyli północny zachód? Alaryk Sprawiedliwy. On też jest tak jakby obrócony na północny zachód. No i Tiras Pokutnik zdecydowanie jest obrócony na... no właśnie. On wygląda jakby patrzył przed siebie. No dobra, będziemy kombinować. Lew. Bo ja tak naprawdę mogę to przesuwać tylko i wyłącznie o 2 pozycje. Bo już bardziej... Czyli tak, albo północ, albo północny wschód, wschód i tak dalej, i tak dalej. Czyli mamy lwa. Lew. Lew to będzie Gareth. I on jest skierowany... On się patrzy do przodu. I delikatnie na wschód. Czyli może faktycznie północny wschód. Czyli gdzieś tutaj. Następnie mamy symbol róży. Co może symbolizować róża? Symbol wagi. Mamy Persida. Czyli to może być róża. Ale on jest skierowany... No właśnie, w jaki sposób on jest skierowany? W ogóle nie widać twarzy. Hadwig Mądry. Hadwig Mądry to może być książka. Tak mi się przynajmniej wydaje. I on jest skierowany na północ, na zachód. Książka. W ten sposób. Mamy jeszcze krzyż i mamy wagę. Alaryk Sprawiedliwy. Alaryk Sprawiedliwy. Ale on ma krzyż. Pytanie, czy tu chodzi o krzyż? Czy może jednak pokutnik to może być krzyż? Jeżeli pokutnik i krzyż, to on się patrzy przed siebie. Ale te symbole też mogą w jakiś sposób tutaj sugerować. No kurde, no nie wiem. Alaryk Sprawiedliwy.
Cross.
Wiecie, no też bym nie chciał tego robić metodą prób i błędów, bo nie o to tutaj chodzi, nie? No lwa mamy ustawionego tu. Czyli północny wschód. No kurde, nie mam pojęcia, jak to mam ustawić. Róża. I mamy krzyż. O!
It's much too narrow. I'll never get through there.
O kurde! Udało mi się to otworzyć.
It's much too narrow. I'll never get through there.
Ho! My tamtędy nie przejdziemy, ale może dziewczynka już tak. O kurde. Czy będę mógł z nimi porozmawiać?
I found a hidden entrance to an underground part of the abbey.
The grave?
No idea. The opening is too small for me to get through.
Let's take a closer look.
I definitely fit through there.
No way. It's much too dangerous. And you still don't look well.
Have a bit of faith in your daughter. She can do it. Besides, we don't really have any other option, do we?
Dad, I'm fine. Really.
Outvoted again. Okay, we'll do it. But we still need to find something to lower you down with. It's much too...
Gdybyśmy tak dziewczynkę zaopatrzyli w beach i w kapelusz.
We can lower you down using this whip.
A whip? What are you carrying that around for?
You know, for archaeology. Look, just trust me and be careful, all right?
As always. Okay, Dad. I'm at the bottom.
Ale jest strasznie ciemno. Mogę się przełączać między ojcem a córką.
Looks exactly like the fireballs we used upstairs.
Ja tak naprawdę mam tylko notatki Langtrego i medalion. Jest tu mega ciemno. Mógłby mi spuścić jakąś zapalniczkę albo coś.
Gwen, look. Gwen, here. Take this.
I'll pour all the petrol in.
Wow.
Wow. Now that is a proper resting place. If anything is going to help us find Asgard, it must be in here somewhere.
No nieźle. Ale zobaczcie, mamy jakiegoś trupa.
That's a fairly detailed map of Europe. If the monks left any clues to where Asgard is located on the map, they've hidden them pretty damn well. I can't see any kind of a mark at all.
Raczej tego nie podpalę. Ale widzę, że mamy tutaj też jakąś trumnę.
Can that really be Thor? Finders keepers. With the professor's notes, I should be able to translate the runes. I climbed down from Asgore, from the mightiest of the hidden mountains, to climb up into the kingdom of heaven. From the mightiest of the hidden mountains. Sounds like Thor's home was up on a mountain. But which one? There have to be more clues here. I climbed down. Sounds to...
Tutaj mamy jakieś ryciny. Są guziki, tak? Znaczy, to nie są guziki, ale tak wyglądają troszeczkę. Tarcza z wypukłym sześciokątem, tarcza z wypukłym kwadratem. Nie no, wydaje mi się, że już to wyczyściłem tak, jak powinno być wyczyszczone. No mamy zdecydowanie jakieś dwa symbole.
I climbed down from sounds to...
Dobra, na razie zostawimy to w spokoju.
A square hole. The raised square on the front of the shield fits into the hole exactly. Wow, is that good or bad?
O, mam jakiś laser.
2 squares. The hexagonal pattern on the front of the shield fits the hole perfectly. Whoa, what is that?
Te 2 lasery krzyżują się w tym miejscu.
That's a fairly... If the monks left...
Ale czy to mi w czymś pomaga?
So that's still in pretty good shape for his age.
Tutaj nic więcej już wyczyścić nie mogę. Te lasery w jakiś sposób się tam przecinają. Ja się z powrotem na swojego ojca przełączyć nie mogę. Więc pytanie brzmi, co dalej? No bo...
Aha! I can still swap things with Dad through the hole. That should help.
A w dalszym ciągu mogę się wymienić, tak? Ale co, ja mam mu dać zapalniczkę?
Two squares. A square and 2 lines.
Czyli dokładnie...
The iron shield rotates.
A ja mogę tym obracać. Ale że co, że ja będę obracał tym laserem? O!
2.
Dwa kwadraty.
Two. Four. Two. A square and 2 lines.
Kwadrat i 2 linie.
Four. 3. Two. 1.
Kwadrat i 2 linie. Też w jakiś sposób te symbole, które on ma na klatce piersiowej, powinny mi tutaj pomóc.
So that's still in...
Tutaj mamy kwadrat i 2 linie. A tutaj mamy 3 linie.
I can't... Sounds to me...
No i tyle. I nic więcej nie wiem. Jestem ciekawy, ile maksymalnie razy mogę to obrócić.
I can't... 10.
10.
8.
10, 8. Ale to się albo przesuwa w ścianę, albo w dół. W ścianę, albo w dół.
Two. A square. 5. 8.
Tu też mogę tylko 10 razy.
7. 6.
O kurde! O ja pierdzielę, zobaczcie, to mi wskazuje jakieś miejsce na mapie.
Oh my god, that's it.
So these monks really knew where Asgard is?
Looks like it. The south of Iceland.
That's still too big an area for us to search. It's hundreds of square miles.
No problem. I found some runes on Thor's breastplate that narrow the target area right down.
She's reading Nordic runes now. They grow up so fast.
I told you, she's a very capable girl. Trust her more and she'll surprise you.
Okay, I've got it. We can talk about the details on the way to Iceland. All we need now is transport.
Rozdział 6. Świat w płomieniach.
Back in a minute. Excuse me, Mr. Halderson?
Yes?
Sorry for the interruption. I wonder if you could help me. I'm looking for a mountain.
Look around you.
Sadly, I don't think it'll be that easy. Does the phrase hidden mountains mean anything to you?
Ah, you must mean the subglacial mountains and volcanoes up in the highlands.
Subglacial?
They lie under a thick layer of ice. Only the highest one, the Grimsfjall, has its summit sticking out of the glacier.
The mightiest of the hidden mountains.
What?
How can we get there?
You could fly up with us, if you don't mind waiting a few days. I need to check our monitoring stations up there. But the chopper's broken down and the pilot's gone to pick up some spare parts.
I'm a pilot as well. Mind if I take a look?
No dobra, moi drodzy, dotarliśmy do nowej miejscówki, ale zobaczcie, jak to fajnie wygląda. Mamy zaśnieżone góry i te wulkany w tle. Naprawdę fajnie to wygląda. Ale moi drodzy, w tym miejscu kończymy ten odcineczek. Mam nadzieję, że wam się podobał. Dzięki wielkie za uwagę. Trzymajcie się. Hej!